HooT, welcome. You already know, you can see it. Burning more wood. Alright, but for real, this is a design that I created for one of my newest set of neighbors. Really cool people, but y'all know I love to give away good vibes within my art. And I like to do things that make sense for the person that I'm gifting them to. Something that connects to them, be it their personality, be it a conversation that we had, something chill. So this particular one, we love gamers. So I had to go with the Mario style look, the boxes. I started out with just the box idea, and then I was like, well, they all can't be regular boxes, so let me go ahead and add the brick box. Let me add the mystery box. Let me do the silver box, which I may have gotten that one from Crash Bandicoot. Don't quote me. It's been a while since I played anything outside of, Mario Party, Mario Racing, or Smash Bros. So I forgot all the boxes that are actually from like back in the day, Super Smash. But I even threw like the green pipe up there, and you can't trust each green pipe because one might have one of those man-eating plants with all the little polka dots on it. So excited enough that I had to record it because I feel like I'm getting good at these. And let's say I put a little thicker lines in some areas because I know how to draw, right? So if I'm just drawing with a hot piece of steel, then some of the same like tips that I've been giving y'all also work for this. So even on the plant with the leaf, I did like a darker line towards the back to show that it's it's under there, so it has a little bit of shadow. It's a little thicker. The thinner line shows like the little curve of the leaf kind of thing underneath the plant. The boxes have weight to them, so I wanted them to be a little bit thicker in the lines that I used, and it worked out. Like even with the shading, right? I was like, I don't know what to add to this that's really gonna make this stand out from the background. And whole time, it's no different than sketching. Like I just needed to add like a couple of lines to show that shadowy area on the pipe and in the blocks and stuff like that. And I was like, maybe if I drag the side of the tip a little bit, it will work. And it did. So I wasn't too mad about that. I don't often talk about, each piece that I do, like every single detail in each piece that I do. Sometimes I do skip over that. So I wanted to take out time to share with you guys my thought process in even making this, and how I went from such a basic idea to even like adding the bolts and making it look like, oh yeah, it's heavier, that's why it's towards the bottom. Like adding the little coin design on the side. Like you don't know what you're gonna get in that mystery box, but let me tell you, it might be coins. It might be a boo to take your coins. I don't know, but it's there for you. So, I really enjoyed this process. And for me to capture the whole thing, y'all know it's a miracle because I just be doing things, especially if it's not originally made for content. Like this piece was not made to be in this video. I didn't even know I was going to shoot this video until I sat there and I was like, I can finish editing the tea time, or I can I'm so sorry guys. Sometimes when it's like memory, well, let me hop into this other project that I really want to do, and sometimes I'm able to get it on on camera. Like the fact that I recorded this knowing that tea time video was definitely going to take up a lot of memory. We're going to do better at that, but it's hard to stop a creative from being creative, especially when you go blah, blah, blah. Hey. So I did that on the front, and then I had to, add something of value, something totally me. And of course, all I did was put welcome. but the way that I was able to get those letters in there, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty proud about that. Like, y'all know we started wood burning, what, a year ago? And these are actually coming out so beautifully that I bought a whole nother stack, and I'm looking at it right now. But I got canvases that I gotta do, but the wood burning comes first because it's just, I don't know, it's drawing and then you're drawing over your drawing. So you're really just tracing it with a hot piece of steel, but you're still drawing. And I think the hardest thing on this particular piece for me was probably doing my signature. I'm not even gonna lie. That signature was like, I think figuring out what to add after the image was there also threw me. So what I did, I cleaned it up a little bit. I added holes so that way you can hang it either with the string or I guess loop something in there and put it up on either a tree, a door, whatever you want to do, key ring, whatever it is. But to be honest, that wasn't even hard. Like, the hardest thing I think was the shading, like figuring out how I wanted it to look. But once I pretty much figured that out, you know, little, come on. I also didn't want it to catch fire, so I had to had to keep touching it. There it is. You pressing that tip through the wood, I definitely thought I was gonna start a fire, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm so glad I didn't. But that's why I kept like rubbing it with my gloves. Those gloves are used for working with glass, but they also work very well for when I'm burning the woods. So yeah, I like it. I like it. And I'm getting more into this wood burning type of style. I didn't think I would because I'm so focused on animation, but I'm in there to the point where we're adding little visionary eggs to it. And as I'm adding the egg, I'm like, ooh, yeah, I'll do the same thing. Add a little hole into it, you know what I'm saying? Boop, 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 boop. See me in there working like a dentist, rocking it back and forth. Watch my locks, because if my locks get too close, they might start sizzling and burning. The one thing that I did not take into consideration was the thickness of the egg. Like, that's probably 2.5 thicknesses more, because I couldn't think of the word for that. 2.5 thicknesses more, we're standing on it, than the other plank of wood. So we finally get like halfway through it, which probably took me a good 20 minutes. And then I had to go through the other half of it. And I'm like, oh, I think we're there. And I think this will work. I think I did it. Did we do it? Oh no. But as I'm running it through, and I'm like, come on. And when it did, enjoying Forged in Fire from the wood side, because I'm like, oh, welding, that looks fun. Blacksmithing, that looks fun. Wooden strings, cost effective. But all you need to know is I went ahead, boop, burnt the edges a little bit on the side, and then threw that string in there, so it was clean. Enjoy, like, share, subscribe. What are you working on?